Hi everyone, in today's class I will be continuing discussing Introduction to the Endocrine System, and I will be focusing on the aspect of endocrine regulation. The learning objectives: at the end of this class you will be able to explain the patterns of hormone secretion, and you will be able to describe the negative feedback mechanism. The patterns of hormone secretion can be classified into four types. The first is humoral stimulation, the second is neural stimulation, the third is hormonal stimulation, and the fourth is circadian rhythm. Humoral stimulation refers to that hormone is secreted to maintain a set point for a certain substances. That is, the hormones is secreted to maintain homeostasis. In this example, the calcium concentration is maintained within the set point about 8 to 10 mg per dl. The moment there is a deviation from this set point, then there will be a secretion of parathyroid hormone to regulate the calcium. For example, if the calcium level is reduced to below the certain set point, that will stimulate the secretion of parathyroid hormone from the parathyroid gland to increase the level of calcium. Opposite to that, if the calcium concentration is increased, parathyroid hormone is inhibited. Another good example in this category is the regulation of glucose concentration within the plasma. The moment the glucose concentration is increased, insulin will be increased and maintain the glucose within the certain set point about 80 to 90 mg per dl. And the moment the glucose is reduced to below the set point, that will enhance the secretion of glucagon and increase the level of glucose. The second category that I want to discuss is the neural stimulation. This is related to the secretion of adrenal medulla hormone by the stimulation of the sympathetic nervous system. In a certain condition, such as fight or flight condition, whereby the sympathetic nervous system activity is increased, that will enhance the secretion of adrenal medulla hormone, epinephrine and norepinephrine into the circulation. The third mechanism of hormone secretion is hormonal stimulation. A hormone will stimulate another gland to release a hormone. In this diagram, we have three examples of hormonal stimulation. For example, the target tissue of thyrotropin releasing hormone, or TRH, is within another endocrine gland, that is the anterior pituitary gland. TRH will stimulate anterior pituitary gland to release a hormone called TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone, on the other hand, will stimulate another endocrine gland to release hormone. In this case, it will stimulate thyroid gland to release thyroid hormone, that is T3 and T4. The other example of hormonal stimulation is the release of CRH, or corticotropin releasing hormone, from the hypothalamus, that will stimulate the anterior pituitary gland to release yet another hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, or ACTH. ACTH will stimulate another gland to release a hormone. In this case, ACTH will stimulate the adrenal cortex to release cortisol. The third example is the release of GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, from the hypothalamus, and again it will stimulate the anterior pituitary gland to release luteinizing hormone, LH, and follicle stimulating hormone that stimulate the testis, in this case, to release testosterone. This is the example of hormonal stimulation. The fourth category of hormonal secretion is the circadian rhythm, which indicates that hormonal secretion is altered according to the 24 hours daily cycle. In this example, we have two hormones. The first is cortisol. cortisol secretion increased during the morning time and reduced during the night time. Opposite to that, the melatonin is the hormone of darkness, increased during the night time and inhibited during the daytime. To summarize, there are 4 types of hormonal secretion. The first is humoral stimulation, that hormone is secreted to maintain homeostasis, and we give example calcium concentration in relation to parathyroid hormone. The second type of hormonal secretion is neural stimulation by the activity of the sympathetic nervous system that enhance the secretion of epinephrine and norepinephrine from the adrenal medulla gland. The third type, we discuss about hormonal stimulation, that is hormone will stimulate another gland to release a hormone. And the fourth type is the circadian rhythm, that is the fluctuation of hormone according to the 24 hours daily cycle. The second aspect of endocrine regulation is the negative feedback mechanism. The negative feedback mechanism refers to maintain the concentration of hormone within the set point, that is homeostasis. Several factors may alter the secretion of hormone, and as indicated in this example, exercise will enhance the secretion of corticotropin releasing hormone from the hypothalamus. This will stimulate the anterior pituitary gland to release ACTH or adrenocorticotropic hormone, which will enhance the adrenal cortex to release cortisol. Cortisol, on the other hand, will inhibit the secretion of ACTH from the anterior pituitary gland and the secretion of CRH from the hypothalamus, and therefore maintaining the levels of hormone within the set point, that is homeostasis. Thank you very much, and I hope this one is benefit to you.